Hello everybody, this is George Blanchard showing off my brand new project. But first let's talk about why I decided to do all this. The Marvel Champions card game is a game in which you fight the villains of the Marvel Universe by playing as the iconic heroes we know and love, the Hulk, Iron Man, Captain America, and whatnot. The Marvel CDB, this is a site, this is not mine, by the way. This is a site that allows you to look at all of the cards in the game to help you build a deck for it. However, I found that I'm not very good at the deck building aspect, and I wish that there was a tool that could help me do that. Something like EDHREC. EDHREC is a website for Magic the Gathering that lets you plug in a commander, and you're able to see the most popularly used cards, for those types of decks. Inspired by these two tools, for this game, I would like to show you the great, the beautiful, the wonderful MCHREC. So, how it works, you choose any hero you like. In this case, I'd like to improve this deck, so I'm going to choose my wonderful man Hulk here, as well as the aspect of my choice. I can't get my results till I do. Once I hit aggression, I will get results. And so this is iterating through all of the deck lists in this database in the past 180 days, of which Hulk is being ran with aggression, and it is displaying all of these cards. So there are two important numbers that we're seeing for each of these cards. The first number is basically what's the percentage that this card is being used. So in 58% of Hulk aggression decks, Dropkick is involved in the card. And it has a plus 39% synergy. What does that mean? So synergy is calculated by taking the percentage of Hulk aggression decks that are running our card minus the percentage of other aggression decks that are not Hulk running this card. So what is the point of a nerdy calculation like that? The point is, if a card has a very high synergy, that means that the card overall is not very popular in the game. There are very few heroes using this card, but it is uniquely suited and uniquely popular for your hero. This tells you not just cards that everyone is running, but cards that specifically are good for your hero that you should include. You can do this, and without having to move from the page, you're able to change your hero, you're able to change your aspect, you're able to change both. And in fact, there's even some special code going on here for a couple of our cheaters. Normally we've been picking one hero, one aspect. However, there's some heroes that don't do that. So Adam Warlock here will not allow us to pick an aspect because he runs all of them at once. So with him, we are actually going to, the way our synergy is calculated here, basically for each individual card. So this card is an aggression card, we see. The synergy is being calculated against every other aggression deck in the game. As you can see, this is a card that has a lot of synergy with this character because almost no one is running it besides him. So, very good card to improve. There are some cards where you don't necessarily care about the synergy. You just want to know, hey, what are my good Adam Warlock cards? So, rather than just going by synergy, you can also go by percentage, and we're going to get a lot of the same things. We can see, okay, even though it's not particularly synergistic with Adam Warlock, everyone is running these two cards, and so perhaps we should consider doing the same. Now we have one other little cheater character that we'll talk about. Spider-Woman has two aspects, so for here we actually have a system for choosing two aspects at once. We can't have the same thing, unfortunately, because not how the game works, but boom. Once we get her, we can see, hey, these are the bona fide cards to go into a Spider-Woman deck. Also, as we can see a little bit of the CSS here. We're, have a little bit of pretty little shadow, pretty little scaling up with this. So, okay, trying not to babble, let us move on to the staples page. Sometimes you just want to know, okay, you don't care about the synergy, you don't even know what hero you're building for. You just want to know what are the most popular cards in this format. So, pick an aspect of your choice, and bada bing. These are the most popular Justice cards in the entire game. Skilled Investigator, 52% of all Justice decks are running this card. Maybe you should too. 45% is running Heroic Intervention. Blah, 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 blah. Pick a new aspect as you like. You can even choose basics. What are the most common basics? Hey, we've been seeing these a lot, and sure enough, they are popular, folks. So, with this, you're able to see the most popular cards in the entire format. So, something that you'll notice, Marvel CDB, absolutely all of my data, all of the decks, all of the cards, all of the data came from here. Some of it's incomplete. Ingenuity here, we can't read what it does because we don't have an image for it. However, you can click on it and it will take you right to Marvel CDB so you can see what this card is, what it wants, what it does, yada yada yada. Okay, so going back here, let's see. So let's go back to our main page. Now, I totally forget which hero it was that we were building for our staples, and I'm worried that my deck building might not go so great. Um, oh, it was Spider-Woman. So, what we've done here, and you'll find if we go to staples, we will go right back to our basic cards. Every time that we are making a selection of our hero aspect, or of our hero aspect, or our the aspect for our staples, these are being saved into local storage. That way, we're able to see, we're able to go, right back to it each time whenever we leave. Every time we come back, it's going to be right there waiting for us, right where we left off, so we haven't lost our place. So let me see if there's anything else to talk about. Let me just really quick talk about some of the responsive stuff I've done to the site. We are good to go in a small view. Everything looks hunky-dory. We even have our little hamburger button to sort of squeeze in all this together if you have really, really small screens, but everything works just fine. Blah, 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 blah. Everything is looking all fine and good, and then we're going to flex out. The larger we go, the more things we will fit, depending on the size of your screen. Everything will fit on it one way or the other. And so even with some of our weird stuff, they're looking good. So anyway, I think that is about it. I won't poke through the code just because, in my proposal document I've already talked about a lot of the cool stuff going on there we should be doing. So this is the formula, this is the site, and to avoid babbling even longer, I will now shut up. So thank you for checking out MCHREC, and have fun, God bless, stay in school, don't do drugs. Goodbye.